So we're getting ready for night 2 on April 11th of the Wrestlemania 37. Now, we didn't mention earlier, but the host of this great event is one of the Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan with also future Hall of Famer Titus O'Neil.
Possibly.
I mean, there was rumor on Twitter. We're gonna see how true it is
I
real
feel like
soon.
he's the best philanthropist, the best entertainer because of everything he's done by accident. Go under the rank, but I feel like Hall of Famer. I feel like it's gonna take a while, but I feel like he's the best person, spokesperson, and philanthropist that WWE has to promote audience. Now that John Cena's not there, so he's like the next John Cena promoter and marketer and stuff. So
Yeah, and John Cena still does the work. Keep in mind he's going to be in the future movie, The Suicide Squad. So keep your eyes open on all theaters and HBO. I believe it's going to be in. But let's talk about WrestleMania Night 2. All right. Now, there's two matches that we're going to talk about. First is the U.S. Championship match. Currently, right now, no announcement if the belt is going to be defended. But what is WrestleMania without all the belts being
mhm.
and you know front line and center? You know what I'm saying? So, the one rivalry that's been occurring is Sheamus versus Riddle, and I believe that this match can help build up Riddle if he's able to beat Sheamus during WrestleMania, even if it's part of the opening show.
Yeah,
Lucito, what's your thought?
I think Riddle he's gonna win. He's gonna retain the championship. I feel like Sheamus is a good person to kind of like set a standard and like it basically a good contender for him to do, and also it kind of saves him for I think last week. Well, there was a Monday that he did a promo with Asuka and he just like dropped the ball. I don't know if he forgot it was live or whatever, and also Paul Heyman kind of like no, it wasn't Paul Heyman. It was MVP called him out on it and kind of made fun of it. But I feel like this him facing Sheamus is kind of like his paying his dues to it and helping the United States Championship. So Matt Riddle, it's gonna be a tough match, but he will win it.
Agreed. And another belt that so far have not been mentioned, but we're hoping to be defended, it's the SmackDown Tag Team Champion, which is the holders are Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode or Robert Roode,
Hmm.
whichever two of the first name he's using. I believe his opponents, their opponents, should be the Street Profit. Only reason
Really?
why is because they did not lose the belt or have used their rematch clause
Okay.
to them. You know what I'm
But also
saying?
that's the thing. It's so weird because like WWE is so flip floppity with things because it's like oh there's no like rematch clause, but there is. So it's like because before there was like, oh no, there's no rematch clause. Then they keep in order to like because of COVID and stuff, repeating the same people over. But
Hmm.
I think the people that should get a chance just from Mania either should be basic Team Alpha, not Team Alpha, but it basically like the Chad Gable and Otis or Mysterio and his son instead
Okay,
of
so I'm with you with Mysterio and his son because they did pin Dolph Ziggler earlier
yeah.
in the year during a match.
Hmm.
Agree with you on that. I don't agree with you with Chap Gable and Otis. Not
Yeah.
WrestleMania contenders, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I believe more in
Because they could make it
Street Profit
maybe they could do
in
Fatal Four.
Fatal Four. Ooh,
It's there's
Triple
been
Threat.
no
I was thinking it might
like
be.
at some point I honestly when before we got started doing this I honestly forgot who were the SmackDown champions were. So this is gonna be the pre-show or opener or something in the beginning that's gonna be like in and out. So I feel like if you make it Fatal Four, give people something entertaining in some spots, but
Hmm.
or even a triple threat. But it's just like the Street Profits are good, but it's just like I feel there should be somebody else in the mix to make it more entertaining because we've
So
seen this on TV.
so the only reason why Street Profit still deserve it is because they haven't. they haven't lost the belt. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In that fashion. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So they could definitely deserve the win. I could definitely see a triple threat because Rey Mysterio did pin Dolph. So I'm
Yeah.
not against that. I'm just not a big fan of like Otis and Chad being part of the picture. But if you're saying that it could help, the story, then by all means, let's see what they do with it. You know what I'm saying? But for
Yeah.
now, I, if it was all three of them, Street Profit, it was all four of them, Street Profit. Those
So
would
you're
be
gonna have
my.
Street Profit night one Bianca and Street Profit. This is gonna be a big family championship gathering.
I mean, in a perfect world, yes, Lucito,
Okay,
ideally, I'm hoping
but
for
I
that.
feel like any team, I don't think the champions will retain, and
Okay.
I don't think the Street Profit. It's gonna be either somebody. It's gonna be like a one of the somebody else in the mix.
If and guys, let's be clear. This is pre-recording before the actual announcement, if there is one.
Hmm.
But we're just predicting if
Yeah,
there is a defense between both of those two belts. Those will be
yeah,
our picks.
and we also we could put amended just in case something
Mhm.
happens from here to Mania. We could amend it and we could do a little.
Prediction can be modified to changes. All
Yeah.
right, we're not
Subject. What is
perfect.
the car subject to change?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Bingo.
yeah.
Now to the actual cards. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, a rivalry that is old as, father time. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Since the beginning of these two, from the indies all the way to WWE on the main roster. Uh,
NXT.
uh, and
Every like it's
every,
they've been together, hip attached to the hip.
Sami Zayn, being the godfather to one of Kevin Owens' kids. I mean, like, these guys go the distance. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I have nothing but the same respect I always had when they always went at it. So I know that they're going to try to steal the show. I believe that Kevin Owens is coming out on top from this match.
I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be Sami Zayn. I feel like
Ooh,
his conspiracy and stuff. I feel like Sami Zayn will be the one who's gonna come out victorious, and I feel like something's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna, like we mentioned from night one, maybe Logan Paul, some one of something. Somebody's gonna come after, but I feel like this should be a good win for Sami Zayn because
well,
after he lost in the title, I think it's
it's not Baron Corbin because
yeah.
apparently um, Corbin took the call and might be maybe a future WWE champion. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, all right, fair enough. Kevin Owen is my pick. Sami Zayn for Luisito. I like that we're going opposite
Yeah.
on certain things. This is exciting. Very excited. Oh, now this is a match I'm hoping it gets a little bit more redemption compared to their last pay-per-view match. This is the IC championship match between once again Apollo Crews versus Big E. Um uh on paper, promos, A's. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? On both end. I did mention on Twitter that I was not too fan of Apollo new packaging because it doesn't seem too
What
authentic.
exactly? I don't want to keep on rapping. This is like a big thing, but um, since we haven't seen each other in a while, what part of the packaging or the concept of new Apollo? What exactly is it? The accent, or is it like the
It's the whole
delivery?
package. The whole
Okay.
package, like him being repackaged,
Hmm.
reversed to what Kofi Kingston was, is just, to me. I don't see it working. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I think I'm the opposite. I think it works, and I feel like because Kofi Kingston's was not Jamaican, so the Jamaican accent didn't work. Apollo, this is his not natural like accent, but like for example, when we go back to DR Puerto Rico, we
Mhm.
kind of not revert back to like our accent, but like we kind of like adapt and kind of take the
The
accent back again.
culture.
It's
Yeah.
we still not like 100% speed wise and delivery and stuff, but like
Hmm.
there's
Hmm.
still like some like I don't know. We go back to our roots. So I
I hear
feel
you.
like him
Yep.
going back to the roots and is genuine and it's like real that he's from that place. I feel like that packaging fits him and he needed something done. Because I feel like Apollo, how he was packaged before, there was a limit. Now I feel like he could expand a little bit more upon it.
So I do hear where you're coming from because I like the part of the package is not about his heritage. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I wouldn't mind if
Yeah.
he decided to become, the mighty Apollo or Apollo the Conqueror for all
Hmm.
what it is. I think when they started for him to throw the accent after he was introduced with like his American accent, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Then to me, it became more of not being authentic, but more of acting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see your point, but I feel like sometimes even us, like I do it sometimes, like don't you doesn't your accent or your English don't you change
It-
depending on location? So if you're like in a corporate thing, your vocabulary changes and your accent changes. And with your boys, your dialect or your the way you speak changes a little bit. So I feel like he's taking like I don't know, maybe he was conforming the English that he was delivering before, he was conforming to corporate
Mhm.
and maybe not. But you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's more believable than Kofi Kingston, for example. You know what I'm saying? If you compare the two,
Well, I'm gonna be frank with you, or you could call me gullible,
yeah,
but I thought Kofi was from Jamaica.
yeah.
like
Until that he slipped up.
until he slipped up. Like
Okay,
his accent when I first
yeah,
met heard Kofi Kingston, I
yeah,
thought I was call me gullible, guys. I don't
yeah,
care, but I'm being dead ass. I thought he was just being authentic until he slipped up. Again, the reverse is just not selling it for me. But Lucito, I definitely respect your opinion, and I definitely hear where you come from because it does happen. I do agree with it. It's just like to me, I just maybe it's just the timing of it or
and also
how it's
it's not coincidental.
like delivered to us. I
Yeah,
think those two other factors are the reason why I was just like, it's just not selling it to me at the moment. You know what I'm
true.
saying? I mean, he is getting the support of the nation of Nigeria.
Hmm.
The prime minister over there, or whichever, whatever is the Icary for them. You know what I'm saying? It definitely showing love and respect for Apollo Crews, so that's good. So this is helping with numbers,
Yeah.
which is great because WWE is worldwide.
Hmm.
Now, if we go back to the match now, you know, Apollo Crews get broken. He goes to his roots. He is presented to us. Have lost to Big E a few times. Now he's getting another opportunity where he's going to try to end Big E. And surprisingly, people, I think he's going to get the IC championship this WrestleMania on night two.
I 100% agree. I think Apollo, if they don't, if he, for me, he's gonna win. Period. But if he doesn't win, it's gonna be a disservice to everything the packaging that they made him. So I feel like because of the new packaging, and I feel like basically he promised something, he has to deliver. So I feel like this is the perfect time for him to deliver and basically obtain the IC title. But
Okay, okay, I can see that. I can definitely
yeah,
see that. But we will have to wait and
hmm,
see how it works out because these push from NXT is either make it or break it,
yeah,
especially with retribution. Ooh,
true, yeah,
sorry. Uh, so, all right. Big E is still one of our favorite guys. Don't misinterpret us, but it's just like the buildup that they're working on seems that Apollo could be the winner for this event. Big E is a future universal
yeah,
heavyweight champion. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're waiting. That's what we're truly
yeah,
waiting for. We're not waiting for him to be the longest reigning IC champion or tag team champion. We're waiting for him to be one of the greatest heavyweight champion of all time.
yeah,
That's really our hope and goals for Big E. Dead ass.
yeah.
Period. So With that being said, there's another great match. Now, keep in mind, people, WWE, they try to hit all different marks, okay? You get the traditional wrestling, you get the high flyers, you get the ground and pound, you get the brawlers, right? But then we get a little bit freaky with the unknown in the dark forces. And I don't know how he does it, but Randy Orton once again is going toe to toe with the Fiend with his burnt out outfit and ugly face with Alexa Bliss on the side. And I'm surprised it's not like
Like an Inferno match or something, or
thank you,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Or a video package of them
yeah,
going at it, like they did with the John Cena
yeah.
and the Fiend last year. So Lucito, take a lead, man.
I think the Fiend came back for a reason. I feel like
Yes,
he's gonna redeem himself
yes.
again, and I think the new Fiend will win. And I think I know Alexa's gonna be involved, but I feel the Fiend is gonna win this. He has to win this match. He came back for a reason, and I don't know how he's gonna be packaged and put together because I feel like he's taking similar route as like Mankind slash Kane. So I don't know
Mm.
how he's gonna be, if he's gonna be like a once in a while character or how he's gonna be packaged into the main story. But for WrestleMania, the Fiend's gonna come up victorious, and also him winning allows Randy Orton to go off against other people. So this story will break off after, you know what I'm saying, him losing.
All right. Good,
Yeah.
good. Very good observation. Now I'm going opposite. I'm going with Randy Orton. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the first, and I'm praying it is the last time we ever see uh Randy Orton going against the Fiend or God Way
Wait, bro.
Bright.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm butchering name. It's late, but
Mm.
we're doing the best we can, guys. Let's keep it 100. But Randy Orton, even though I'm a little bit out there, my wrestling history told me that Randy Orton so far is like undefeated during WrestleMania against Bray Wyatt. So,
Okay.
with that being said, I do not see the streak being broken. I see that it's going to continue on and will be marked in stone that Randy Orton is number is undefeated when it comes to Bray Wyatt. Alexa Bliss could bring the falling of the stage or the hole on the ring, whatever she could do.
Yeah.
But Randy Orton RKO will put the Fiend down one last time before he continued his reign as the Legend Killer.
Should be that match should be interesting. I feel like I hope they bring some type of cinematics or some type of
I hope so too,
something.
because yeah, dude, it would do us injustice. You know what I'm saying? Like if
But
they
they
don't.
made, if you think about it, they set up the standard so high last year with the John Cena situation.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? So it's
so
just like
good.
we could see what they've done. I don't know how it's gonna be with
AJ
people and
Styles
stuff.
and Undertaker too.
Yeah,
That was a really
man.
good package as well. I mean,
Yeah,
they have the technology.
yeah.
Please, guys, don't feel. And
And
it's
they,
gonna
I
be
feel like they've been nearby, so they've been able to move stuff around because they're still in Florida,
mhm.
and they already, I feel like they already had a, not a peak of the stadium, but last year they were about to set up everything, so they kind of know where things could be. So now it's just fitting stuff in now that people are in it just to figure it out. But it should be a good match.
Oh, it's gonna be a great match. Hopefully a video pack because this is video pack worthy again, in my personal opinion. So, crossing finger and hopefully they deliver. Now, with that type of match, we also need a nice women's championship match along with it, and nobody's ready for Asuka
I
yet.
know somebody.
The bad girl herself, Rhea Ripley, coming for the belt on night 2 of WrestleMania. Um, Rhea Ripley was supposed to be in SmackDown. Let's put the elephant in the room. She was supposed to be in SmackDown.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened on that date. I don't know what took her long. I did
NXT
not do
needed,
research,
they didn't
but
have a superstar made yet in NXT to replace her. That's the issue.
Okay. Raquel seems to be
Yes.
doing a great job now. Like,
No, no, now, but when the timeline that was she was supposed to be at SmackDown,
yeah.
Raquel hasn't like she didn't she was like the next upcoming person, but she hasn't defeated, didn't beat Rhea Ripley. So her name wasn't established in NXT. So I feel like it was just the timeline was a little off. But now that NXT established, now she's good to go to the main roster.
I guess, but then it's no longer SmackDown. Now it's Raw,
Mm-hmm.
and she did came to Raw, and she didn't face nobody. She didn't warm up, nothing. She just
She
went
didn't
straight
have
to
to.
Asuka and was like, "Hey, I want you at WrestleMania." And Asuka is fairly a, a true champion.
Yeah.
That's one thing people that's one thing people cannot take away from Asuka is like Asuka has been one of the true champion through and through for a whole year
Yeah.
plus maybe. Money in the Bank is what after WrestleMania.
Yeah. So last year
Yeah,
she won money. Yeah.
so she
So
soon.
I think Rumble. No, Money in the Bank. Basically, is that
Oh
she won.
wait. I think she lost to Sasha too.
But either way, she's been the same trajectory as McIntyre. Like I think she lost it once or twice,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
got it back throughout the year. So they've
Thank
been
you.
carrying the division
My
for Raw.
man Luisito. Yeah, that is accurate now that I think about it. So she's just been such a love and such a fighting champion,
Yeah,
in other words, that you know what I'm saying, she take on anyone. She doesn't care who it is. She just will take you on.
yeah,
And her taking on Rhea Ripley, man, is I think you said it is a prophecy about to be completed because if Bianca Belair is able to win SmackDown, I believe that Rhea Ripley could beat Asuka for the belt,
yeah,
and both upcoming NXT champion will finally be able to lead this new generation. So
yeah. And I feel
Ripley,
like Ripley didn't like. I feel like not saying she should have just served a shot automatically, but she was a former champion in NXT. She went against um,
Charlotte
excuse me,
Flair,
Charlotte Flair. So it's just like her. She already had established resume, so it's just going up. And also, who is she gonna face in Raw besides Charlotte Flair? That's gonna be like, okay, she beat this person, therefore she goes against Asuka. There's nobody in Raw. Nobody.
as this
The
nobody,
people that may be available are the tag team champions, and they're not focusing themselves onto Asuka
and she
anymore.
already beat them too.
Yeah.
If we think about it.
So there's she just gets a straight shot to go and become the next Raw champion.
Now, Peyton Royce gave a hell of a promo
Hmm.
during Raw Talk, but maybe WWE is no longer a home for her. I'm so. Oh, wait, that's sorry. Going down the rabbit hole.
But
Right
I feel like no, no. I
there.
feel like it's not her time yet. I feel like she's still work in progress, but I feel like she's not. It's not her time yet.
I,
There's
I
bigger fish that should get the title before she does.
I mean, there's other ponds in the area that
She could
she
go
could
back to
also.
NXT, and can't she? Why can't she go bring some like get reignited back in NXT and then come to SmackDown or Raw? People have
Because
done it before.
because I'm so yeah, we both agree on Ripley.
Yeah, definitely. Ripley, she's gonna come up
And
victorious.
Oscar, I believe she's going to do a great job in also pushing
Yeah,
Ripley in night two to finalize finalize WrestleMania. So I think this is going to be a great match to enjoy for sure. And lastly, uh the rules of Royal Rumble is simple. You throw over 30 people, you be the last man standing, you get the opportunity of choosing the champion of your choice. This man, Edge, did the impossible, okay? I believe it was calculated exactly maybe 9 or 10 years separate from his last
hmm
wrestling match to his injury and coming back to be able to win the Royal Rumble. He's the winner.
yeah,
He has chosen his opponent. His name is Roman Reigns. Fair enough. So we do have a champion and a challenger. However, this man, I believe it was back in 2013 or 2014, he got himself in a triple threat match. against the WWE champion of, I believe it was Bautista, and versus Randy Orton, who was the heavyweight champion, or vice versa. You guys could correct me in the comment. I don't give a damn. And he was able to win both belts
Yep.
that same night on WrestleMania. And this man has an opportunity to make it a triple threat match and get himself involved to try to win the world heavyweight championship. And this person name is Daniel Bryan. Now we could take our sweet time on this talk because I am flabbergasted. I was really hoping for an Edge versus Roman Reigns,
I didn't.
Spears versus Spear, to see non-technical wrestler versus a semi
Well,
better.
what is it? Edge could say I'm the best wrestler because remember he had a wrestling match against Randy Orton. Remember he was like, "Oh, I'm the best. Who's the best wrestler?" And he beat him. So Edge could be like, "I'm the best wrestler out of the two." We saw that at WrestleMania, so like
He's
it
a
wasn't.
great opportunist. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? He's a great talker, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And with the triple threat match, he could definitely, you know, capitalize it and win the belt.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my God, Daniel Bryan, I just don't know how you do it, boy. I just don't understand how
He's
you do it.
he will come out victorious and be, yes, I'm saying that Daniel Bryan will be the next Universal Champion
Wow.
and go off the wing and you know, just sail away. But he will be the next.
Silhouette.
Yeah.
He's a silhouette.
Yeah. Yep.
Riding through the sunset.
Yep.
Fireworks going up.
Because I don't think it's gonna be WWE mindset. I think they put all their chips on Roman Reigns. They didn't expect to Edge to come back and be successful. Cool, but
Okay.
it's
Okay.
just putting the video package and everything. Like Daniel Bryan, it's like he's a wild card.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
is.
better wrestler than both of them combined. So the
Oh,
only
that's
thing,
true. Oh,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
that.
I'm going the yes movement, Daniel Bryan. Like it's just imagine the day after, like Friday after Mania,
Mm-hmm.
he walks in, does his promo as the new Universal Champion. I prefer to see that than Roman Reigns or Edge. It'll be nice to see Edge, but it's just like, nah. I for me, I want Daniel Bryan.
All right. So you got Daniel Bryan.
Yes,
Fair enough.
the wild
Good
card.
pick. Wild card. Put in the chips on the table. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But I remember clearly as day. I don't know the date, but I know
Mm-hmm.
it was talking smack. And this man, the advocate for Roman Reigns, looked at this person's eye, who I'm hoping to become the future heavyweight champion for WWE, Big E.
Yeah.
And he said to Big E, we are looking at you
Mm-hmm.
and we're hoping for nothing but your success to rise as the future heavyweight champion.
Okay.
And I believe that in order for those words to be fulfilled,
Daniel Bryan has to win.
Roman Reigns needs to win.
Nah, I think honestly, it just for me, it's just like I'm not saying Daniel Bryan. My train of thought of this is Daniel Bryan could win. It could be a great WrestleMania moment, kind of a repeat of what we had, I don't know, a decade ago. Then you could have, now that on our predictions, I had Apollo winning and Biggie has no title.
Mm-hmm.
He could go against Daniel Bryan, take it from him. Then we could have Roman. Because think about it,
I am
let's say,
thinking about it.
you know what I'm saying, Daniel Bryan. Let's say Daniel Bryan submits or pins or whatever Edge. So technically Roman didn't lose. So
Correct.
you could have Daniel against Biggie. Biggie takes it from him. Then we could have the tribal chief against Biggie.
Completely
It
agree.
could be SummerSlam, not a champion, Survivor Series. That'd be great. That could
Except
sell.
the thing is, if Roman Reigns continue his reign, and and a lot of people who are listening to this and know me, they know I'm not a big fan of Roman Reigns, but I believe in the words of Paul Heyman,
Mm-hmm.
okay, as if it was written in a in a Bible verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man knows what he's talking about, and I believe in that. Big E, best way to be pushed, no other than his NXT counterpart. They trained together in John Cena gym together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was Roman Reigns who
Yeah.
actually was spotted him. You know what I'm saying? They have worked together during the CFW before it became NXT. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be powerhouse versus powerhouse. You know, Daniel Bryan, yes, he is one of our great champion. Yet I don't want to see a David and Goliath style for Big E. I want to see powerhouse versus powerhouse as if was equivalent to Brock Lesnar versus uh prime Goldberg,
Yeah.
not the one that we seen a couple of years ago, but the first
Yeah.
Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. That's the type of match I believe that Big E and Roman Reigns could do for this heavyweight championship.
But
And
also, I feel I don't know. I'm just kind of like thrown out there. And now
okay.
I'm saying you forget about Big E's resume, but he used to be a wrestler. He is a technical. He's a big dude, but he used to be a
Hmm.
wrestler, so he knows like mat work. He also has a submission, so he could win by submission.
Hmm.
He has a stretch muffler, and he like I feel like it's like it'd be a good match because it would give you a different dimension of Big E going against somebody. Not like you mentioned, it is basically David attacking Goliath, but Daniel Bryan's gonna make it into a technical match, and it shows that Big E could also do that. Everybody that Big E's faced so far, he's only shown power
Mm.
against Apollo, against Sami Zayn, everybody else he showed power. So I feel like giving him somebody like Daniel Bryan's caliber of wrestling and
Hmm.
technicality, it shows a different point of view of him wrestling and style. So when he eventually faces, like we're predicting, hopefully Roman Reigns, we might see Roman Reigns either champion or whatever, Roman Reigns against Big E.
Hmm. Hmm.
We could see him using some of his submissions or technical stuff that he had to use against Daniel Bryan, now that Roman Reigns is using a guillotine or some other MMA or wrestling skill. So it's like it gives you like a bigger picture rather than just, I feel like it's more story, and I'm just thinking about it like a 52-week show rather
Hmm.
than instant gratification, which either way it would be great, but just thinking about the long run
Oh,
altogether.
because the build up for Big E, if it's Daniel Bryan, there's still going to be that push, right?
Hmm.
I just only see that they're going to implement like a handicap
Yeah,
towards Big E for Daniel Bryan to still be looking good. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So Daniel Bryan could become the heel while Big E is still the face. And heel Daniel is a hit or miss depending on, where the moon is set.
yeah,
So it could work. I just like I said, I'm just more confident of a package of Roman Reigns and Big E telling the story, because then it could get very personal.
yeah.
Like I said, they know each other.
Hmm.
It could get physical, literally physical. It could be pushed in many dimensions, like Seth Rollins versus the Fiend or Bray before he actually lost the belt to the Fiend. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if anybody gonna push Big E to the limit with Paul Heyman on their side, is Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
That's like my argument to the point, but I know where you're coming from when you're bringing up like facts too. It's like
Yeah.
Big E is technical, he has wrestled. Daniel Bryan could wrestle. I'm just hoping they just don't
Yeah.
implement
So
the
you got
handicap.
so you got Roman Reigns, right?
Yep,
And I got Daniel. I'm
yep.
thinking Daniel's pinning Edge. Who do you got
Oh,
Roman Reigns pinning?
we're doing the Vegas
Yeah.
prediction on this shit. Okay. Let me see. Roman Reigns will have to pin.
And no, it's like it's a cast and it's more like, all right, so what story do I? Yeah,
Who it's like if you guys seen like Tom and Jerry, you know what I'm saying, and then there's the dog involved too. So the dog is hitting Jerry, Jerry hitting the dog hit. It's like a
yeah,
triangle. Um,
I know. That's the thing. It's tough about. I thought about Roman
ah,
Reigns keeping it because you have to make a build up for eventually him against The Rock, but he has to lose eventually. So this is the only time for him to lose that it's so meaningful that he evolves to even a different level. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm picking the dark horse.
okay, if
Uh,
you're going the
y-
long game in
you
this.
know,
I'm just thinking about Biggie. But
I
who
know.
the best way Roman Reigns pins Edge. I'm sorry that it took a while to think this through, but the way how I see it is that Roman Reigns will definitely be on the side towards the ending of the match,
Okay.
where Daniel Bryan and Edge are going at it. Daniel Bryan will capitalize and be able to submission or damage a certain ligament to Edge. Roman Reigns shows up, either power slam, spear,
Yeah.
Superman punch, Daniel Bryan out of the picture, opportunity to pin Edge right in the middle of the ring.
And also, if this, because it's not confirmed yet, so far everything it's being marketed as Roman Reigns versus Edge. We still got some time until I think it's gonna be eventually it's gonna be a triple threat. But if it ends up being a triple threat, therefore there's no DQ.
Nope.
So Jimmy or Jey Uso
Mm-hmm.
will appear to, you know,
And
for the
who's
help.
going to come to the rescue of Edge? Not Christian, not
Not
Christian
anymore.
Cage, not
Not anymore.
not Christian Cage.
Yep.
Who's going to come to Daniel Bryan rescue? Nah, Brie Bella, not that
Nope.
Hall of Famer,
Nope.
not
Maybe
not
John
John
Cena.
Cena.
Uh,
Is like
Well, he might be in the match, but you can see him. So,
good one.
so
Babooch.
yeah. But no, so it should be interesting. So if it ends up being a triple threat, we might also have the X factor of the Usos being involved, and we might see the other Uso as well. So there's two because one was injured,
Ooh,
so it could
yes,
be basically
dude.
3 against 2.
So
But
does
everybody's
Jimmy
against.
Uso return during WrestleMania? That would be a good
We've
wrestle.
seen
That's
this
good
whole week. We've
return.
seen a lot of returns, especially from other shows. So I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised him, especially Mania, do a big return,
yeah. Highly agree.
right?
Highly agree. Okay, cross some finger, guys.
Yeah.
We're just crossing finger. I'm just happy that currently New Days is at this moment are still all champion, which is
Hmm.
pretty dope. I was able to witness the Hurt Business was able to rock the gold. Sally was not able to see Hurt Business versus the Undisputed Era. Uh, I'm
We might
hoping
see
that
that maybe. Like, but not the OG Undisputed Era, but something could be created one
Adam Cole
eventually.
has 2 more years. I think he has a two more years contract or 3 more years with WWE before they, decide what they want to do with him.
Yeah,
So if that's gonna happen, they got to make that move quick. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So Walter's still a major factor too.
and he's in the
So
states, so that's
he's
good.
in the states. So Pete Dunne is still here too.
Hmm.
I always want to see him as champion or him and Riddle coming back together and running Raw. That would be a great tag team fit. Like guys, 2021 seems to be an upcoming of a dark time, and I guess we're ready for this.
Yeah, and I think 2020 WrestleMania 2021. It's the things that couldn't happen in 2020. It's 2020 was a
Fireworks,
decent. There was a decent WrestleMania
people.
for that conditions and stuff, but we have people. We have real good matches this year that we could see new faces be the spearhead of their divisions. So it should be pretty interesting, basically 2021, what it could bring us for basically the new year for WrestleMania.
Yes, sir. So, with that being said, this is our episode. If you guys liked what you heard or watched through Instagram or YouTube, please make sure you give us that thumbs up, bookmark, on Instagram. Just bookmark these video for us and leave us a comment. Let us know what you liked or disagree with anything we have said. I know I said a lot of BS, but hey, it is what it is. You can definitely follow us also again on Instagram, YouTube, and on Twitter, Providence Lucha Talk. So, with that being said, I'm Jay Aguila,
This was Luisito.
and we say good night.
Good night.
Peace.